back, I can't see why you think I know by now. Every detail, every moment I
Alright, what's up guys? So I want to first start off with this video by saying Happy New Year's. It's 2020. Guys, don't wait to hesitate. Don't hesitate to do whatever you want to do in life. I don't really like to set necessarily certain goals. I just, keep pushing to be a better filmmaker, a better person every day. That's it, regardless of if it's a new year or not. Alright guys, now with that being said, today's video is going to be a little bit different. Now, I talked about it a little bit before, but I wanted to go into extensive detail as to how this happened. Now, the first thing, let's start from the very beginning. So, 03, 04 Cobras, you're not going to get super big gains out of long tube headers. That's kind of with almost anything, I'd say. Headers don't really gain you a lot of power, but with a combination of all the mods, they're obviously going to get you a lot of power. Intake, tune, throttle, like full bolts on. As a combination, you're gonna get good power. Being me, I wanna get the most horsepower I can, so for my 2003 Cobra Terminator, we got Mac long tube headers. Now, I got these headers from my buddy Laro from LA. We met, we're Cobra homies. I met him because we both have Cobras. And with that, I wanted to get Mac long tube headers because they're cheap. I didn't wanna spend too much money on some Cooks or American Racing headers initially. But that ended up happening. Now, how I got there was a little bit of a roller coaster. So I'm gonna roll this clip for you guys from American Muscle.
Thank you for calling American Muscle. This is speaking. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
Hey, my name's Alex. I had a few quick questions for you guys, and I just called yesterday, but I bought them from him because he didn't put them on. They're all wrapped up still, and they're brand new. So I get the headers and I'm about to install them, and we see that one of the headers that was given to us was made for a 2-valve instead of the 4-valve. So we got one correct side and one non-correct side. And it was bought through you guys, and it was such a long time ago. But I've been trying to contact Mac, who makes it, but they have not since answered their phone, and I don't know like who I would call or contact regarding that.
All right, man. I'm gonna flat out tell you right now. There's no promises.
Okay.
But let me see if I can at least contact Mac, and see if I can even at least return them to them.
Yeah. I really appreciate it.
Then
I did not order these headers. My buddy Laurel ordered these headers over a year ago, back in 2018. 2020 now, but 2018, it was 2019 when I got everything situated. And so I got the headers from him. My buddy Ish picked them up when he was in LA. They're in the SoCal area, and we are in the Central Cali area. So with that, we got the long tube headers now, and I was super excited. And as you can see from most of the pictures, they're all wrapped up in bubble wrap. Now I trust my buddy Law 100%. No doubt in my mind about if he's trying to scam me or anything like that. Like, that's just not even in the question. So, we get the headers. I'm super excited. I took the car to my buddy Hugo, Sabotage Motorsports. He did my clutch, trans, everything. Tried to fix the trans, at least the trans and clutch, but ultimately didn't help. That's not his fault. I legit think it's a clutch fault. Aside from that, so we got the headers. I was just like, if the trans is coming off, it's a good time to put in some headers, because when the trans is out, you got a lot more room. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Got the long tube headers, super excited, about to install long tube headers on the car. The cars are going to be full bolts on now at this point. And so, I wasn't doing the install. I would have liked to be there, but we live about 3 hours away, so I just let him do all the work. But so he gets to starting to work on the car, taking off the stock headers, this and that, and then come to find out that these headers from Mac are mismatching headers. One is a Cobra header and one is a 2-valve header. The ports on the manifolds of the headers are two completely different styles. Like, there's one legit made specifically for a 2-valve head and one was for a 4-valve head. And I don't know who messed this up. I don't know if this is American Muscle's fault or if this is Mac's fault, because most of these companies will drop ship, so pretty much like they will take in the order but the company will ship it out. That's kind of how it works. So I don't know who is to blame at this point, but it's already been a year at this point. Laurel never opened the headers because he was about to put some stuff on the car but decided to change his mind. You know how people do that, which I totally understand. He didn't install the headers for over a year. It's already been like legit exactly a year to that date. And so typically companies cannot do anything, which I understand to a certain extent, but then again, these headers are brand new, like wrapped from Mac or American Muscle, whoever directly shipped them. And ultimately, you guys heard from the call that the guy on the phone was trying to help me get a solution for getting these headers fixed. Now, the person on the email didn't really help out that well. I called a few times. The email was like, you know, we can't cover this. We can give you like 15 or 10% off some headers, which I had already bought cooks, and that's what happened. So pretty much while we were in there was no headers available. You know, I tried contacting Mac. I would say never get Mac headers or anything of that nature. I did have their H-pipe, but ultimately they never called. Like, I called the shop and nobody would answer. Like, it was just like they disappeared. So I know a lot of companies that stopped selling Mac products because of that reason, because they would not answer or anything for that nature. So we called them, nothing happened. So with that, there's not much I could do at this point. I mean, legit, I got screwed over bad. Nothing could have gone more worse than this situation, because I'm out $700. I paid $700 for the Mac headers with the X pipe, and they're mismatching. I can't do anything about it. They're not going to be able to go on the car. Only one side, the driver's side or whatever, which is who would put mismatching. You can't even put mismatching headers on the car. So with that, I'm $700 out at this point. So, you know, instead, Hugo is starting to look in his area for headers and comes across some Cooks long tube headers with an X pipe. And now I bought those, which were about $1,200. So now we're out $1,200 plus the $700. So now we're $2,000 out because these headers are messed up. Mac didn't want to answer. American Muscle tried calling Mac. They did not answer. So now there's nothing left we could do. So Lauro actually ended up paying me $700 out of his pocket for someone else's mistake. Now, the point of this video is not to bash on anyone necessarily, but that someone needs to take responsibility for causing this, to send one header that's a 2-valve one and one that's a 4-valve header. Like, I just don't understand how you get that mixed up. They're brand new. Obviously, somewhere in the shop, somebody messed up. Someone must have a mismatching setter or something. But ultimately, whoever did this messed up completely. I don't understand why you would pair two sets of headers differently. It's the worst situation that can happen to anybody. Moral of the story is that we did get the situation resolved. It was not fun, but now that this whole situation just sucks, because now Lauro's out this money he shouldn't be. And you know, I do want to do something about it. I don't know if GoFundMe does stuff like that. I'll put something in the link in the description if we do anything. But ultimately, I just want to spread the word to not get Mac products. They won't respond. You try calling them. They don't even answer the phones. Like, I can't stress that enough. I don't want to say this is American Muscle's fault, as they tried to fix the situation in whatever way they could, even though it was over a year and there's like a 30-day return policy. And so, you know, ultimately, I just want people to know that if this happens to you, well, first of all, make sure when you get your parts, make sure you check them. It's tough to say how such stuff like this can happen, especially from such a reputable company. But this may not even be American Muscle's fault. This might just be Mac's fault. And like I said, I would never ever do that. Go with them ever again. And knowing that American Muscle, the only bad thing about American Muscle was that they weren't willing to necessarily help me, in the sense that they were just going to give me a certain percent off another set of headers, when I had, you know, this perfect set of headers right here that could have been put on if someone gave me the right header that matched. Like, that's like getting one Nike shoe and one Adidas shoe. Like, why would you do that? You know, it's just stupid. So with that, I wanted to rant to you guys a little bit about that. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. It's not necessarily a fun story, but I think it's something that people should know about. Be careful, and ultimately just check your stuff when you get it, guys. If this could all have been avoided back a year ago when, you know, it could have been checked. But you know, that doesn't even cross somebody's mind when you're getting car parts from American Muscle, a reputable car Mustang company, a Mustang aftermarket parts place. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys have a great 2020. If you guys made it to the end of this video, please consider like and subscribing. Let's kick off 2020 with a great video. It's not the video I would want to start off with, but I want to inform you guys. And yeah, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Check out my channel for all automotive content, and please stay tuned as the COBRA will be getting some stuff soon. And of course the 502, we are keeping that in mind. And yeah, peace out. We'll see you guys next time.